speak, he's probably dominating another team.
Right, there's another whole bracket going on behind the scenes.
Yeah. And we're starting right now. Nice, all right.
Round 3, tower control. Here we go.
You see the ZF Charger. I'm a fan already.
Got a brush as well, the Octobrush in it.
All right. Oh, the ZF Charger running Haunt. I believe that's Haunt.
And Luca Doolies as well. I'm
Whoa.
actually quite interested in this
Is
team.
there an entire team running Haunt? That's interesting. I feel like maybe this team has like a new strategy that could shake up the meta with all this, with like the Haunt and everything.
They already have a wipeout.
They got wiped out,
Team
though.
Polypods can actually move this tower. So it looks to us that now GeekSquad's got to really come together and really push them out. I mean, it's a full 30 seconds already. It's not much.
Brush putting in work right now. Sharking right under that platform, trying to get at the E-leader, and he is approaching. Not E-leader, sorry, Charger. He is approaching from the back, and he gets the spot. And there's a jump. Does he
Set a suction bomb and digs down Jawsome as well.
Really good stuff by Froyo.
That was a great setup, especially from the Octobrush there with the suction bomb as they jump in. And now it looks like they're putting a team strike from Team GeekSquad. And
the tower and they get the kill.
Flat. Make that 2.
And Team Polypods is down 2, but they did push to 70 this time. That's the first checkpoint almost a quarter of the way done. But Team GeekSquad has to like somehow make this push now. The brush again, eliminating everyone on that tower, and they get the wipeout. Team Polypods pushing their advantage, taking up as much space as they can. The brush again, getting another kill, getting a second kill. Brush, no one can kill this brush.
Octobrush by Froyo is doing really well. They're at checkpoint 1 right now. Weebomb setting up, taking down one of the Team GeekSquad's players.
And they're past the first checkpoint, getting to the second. They have 2 down on Team GeekSquad. They're pushing really. They popped a lot of specials as well.
And second checkpoint has been passed. Looks like they're going for it.
And Team Polypods, they're dominating kind of right now.
They have the turf, the terrain. They're gonna go to checkpoint, and
they get it.
Clear. They get it.
Really
Well
good
done.
stuff by Team Polypods. And I really like that. I don't know if you saw it at the end. There was a lot going on back then.
Yeah.
But there was someone trying to flank from behind. And Team Polypods, they called that out really quickly. The heavy turned around and splatted the person that was trying to approach them from the back. Really good communication. Team Polypods, I don't know what they did, but they are a different team than before.
Right. I mean, to see, it seems like they kind of almost maybe learned from their mistakes, or maybe they talked it out. Or I think it's also the choice of weapons that they decided to go for. And I think that really helped them in tower control. But it could also mean that tower control, maybe they dominated that.
Yeah.
Who knows?
But now they have to go to Rainmaker ELTL.
Yeah. That's going to be interesting.
A lot more closed than Hagglefish. You can't really, if you're on the bottom, you can't really see the top. If you're on the top, you can see everything. But you're also at risk of getting shot by other charges and backlines.
Yeah. I mean, you got, that Hagglefish market, you got that open space. I just feel like whenever you have an open space, you kind of have to like really work as a team and communicate, you know, this player's here, this player's here. Like, you got to do all the shout-outs you need, especially in Eeltal Alley. I mean, I'm thinking Hagglefish Market, guys, but in Eeltal Alley, there's actually a lot of places to maneuver. You got you got bridges to go, to cross paths. I mean, you can be behind some pillar that connects to another pillar. I feel like it's Eeltal Alley. I think this is going to be a nice match to see.
Yeah. Especially with the brush. That brush was pivotal.
Froyo.
Pivotable. Is that the word? I don't know what I'm looking at. That brush was key in Hagglefish Market, taking down opponent after opponent. And Eeltal, I feel like he has a better chance because the brush can sneak around and is starting.
Here we go. What do we have?
A Charger. And we see
Zap.
Froyo with the brush as well.
And Zap Froy is still with the Octobrush. We got also an ink brush from J-Austin88. Got the OG Splat Dualies.
And I want to say that I looked at the team buildings properly this time, and everyone besides the T-Tech on Team GeekSquad is running hot. So they're advancing the meta right now. That's what I'm going to say. If they ever get wiped, they're going to have really good comms when they come back. And Team GeekSquad is making a really good push. And the brush comes from behind to ruin it.
With the zip caster, look at that, taking care with the zip caster, and part of that with that octobrush.
Missing the kill on the T-Tech, but it's still a really good position for Team Polypod.
And the jump is not going to make. Oh, but dodges it and takes him down.
Oh, I did not expect that.
Good roll after the jump.
Yeah, the brush really letting the ball drop there, but like they put in a lot of work. I cannot deny that. Team Polypods, they didn't get a push off. I just realized that. Even after all of that, they kind of maybe they're having some trouble with communication. But yeah, it's
GeekSquad almost got that checkpoint, but they couldn't. So it looks like there's going to be a fight here. And we got to jump in from Team GeekSquad. They're trying to push, but no. Polypods just stops the Rainmaker.
But Jay Awesome with the brush, getting killed, getting sliced by that bomb. Wasn't expecting that to be there.
Checkpoint.
They get the checkpoint, yeah. Team Polypods kind of not sure what they're trying to do here. They're cleaning out their area and getting the pop.
Yep.
Good stuff. Good defense by Team Polypods. They didn't get steamrolled after that first checkpoint.
That's good. I mean, they got to cover what they covered. You did see there earlier, one of the Team GeekSquad players coming around, so they got rid of them to clean it off.
And 3 down on Team GeekSquad. It's 4 down. That's basically a wipeout. Let's see how Team Polypods takes advantage of this. They're trying to take it to the left. Again, that's probably the safer way of pushing.
Yep.
They missed the dunk. Oh, that is pretty bad. You really want to get that dunk? Never. What just happened? I have no idea what just happened. I saw a lot of people just die there.
I missed it out. Like I just saw the ink just destroy him. I mean now that we see that both teams right now in like 2.5 minutes. I guess it's anyone's game. We gotta.
Oh, we have a DC. Oh, do we have a ruling?
We'll have to figure out what they do with this kind of game.
I believe I'm not gonna say anything because I don't want to be wrong. But after they play it out, maybe TO will come over and say they have to replay it. I'm not sure right
so
now.
we'll see. I mean, even with that unfortunate part of the game, I feel like they're gonna the judges and all, and, and you know people who take care of it will figure it out. But I mean.
But you gotta play the game, right? You don't know what the TO is gonna say, so definitely try and play the game. Keep in mind that DC's track. I guess it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. It shouldn't be happening. I'm not too sure what happened. Maybe they knocked over the switch. Who knows? But they haven't collapsed yet. I'm just saying, like, no. Team Polypods only made it to 23 on the DC. They can bring it back, maybe. This is gonna be rough though. And I don't think Team Polypods is gonna let Team GeekSquad take it. But they do get the pop. That's a start. Oh, Rainmaker got pinched between the 10-sec and the slat lane.
You know that new special. Remember the name that just was added? That was probably what just happened there. Remember earlier, you saw all those like ink balloons.
Oh,
yeah,
super
so,
chunk, right?
Super chunk, right? Yeah. So those that's a new special. That was probably what happened earlier. It just got destroyed.
And 3 down. Somehow, Team Polypods went 3 down. This is GeekSquad's chance to push. They're pushing.
Even if
Oh wow! They almost had that hold up, team. And their
squad can. They are pushing, and they can. Oh my God! Just almost had it, even with 3 people
Wait,
on the team.
what?
Wait, they can.
My God!
Wait. Oh no!
I wanted to see that upset.
Wow. That was incredible from Team GeekSquad, though. They said we're not backing out.
That was amazing.
Pushed. And with 1 down, I mean, that is a. That was, I have almost speechless, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. I wanted to see the update. I really wanted to see Team Geek Squad take it. You know, not only would it have been like great for their morale, talk about mental damage to Team Polypods if they lost. I'm just saying. Gotta be
look,
sneaky with it.
like 3 versus 4, but you know what? When you put your team communication, mind, effort into, I mean, anything can happen. I mean, that's just great from Team Geek Squad.
Yeah.
Just show that even with one man down, we can still put it together.
Honestly, that was. I still have the word. I'm looking for the words to figure out what the heck just happened. It was so close. They were at 25, right? They
Yes.
pushed to 25. Oh my god.
Like a
2
2-point
points.
difference.
Yes.
Or 3 to pass them. But like, you know, I'm just proud of Team Geek Squad for just continuing to just push. And, you know, a lot of Splatoon players out there, when they know they get a disconnect, whether you're on a team or maybe you're solo, you still never know. Like, you can still pull it off together. Maybe it's harder for solo, but for a team, things are still possible. And then they show that the impossible can be possible in that kind of game.
And that's the competitive spirit of Team Geek Squad. They didn't falter. They're like they saw the DC, and you know most teams are like, man, it's a DC. We can't really do anything about it. But I felt like we were angry at the DC. You know, they were like, man, we do not want to lose because of the DC, and they may have lost because of DC. Questionable, right? But it was so close.
And I wanted to also add too, like especially even if you lose at one person, a lot of times teams kind of sweat or feel the pressure of like, we can't do this, we're gonna lose. But they didn't show that at all through that game, and I think that's what shows that you can't always just be with you can't beat them, join them, but really they're just gonna beat them and beat them. I don't know.
I mean. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, all right, we have one man down. We'll join them. We lose.
Yeah.
They didn't say that. They didn't take the L immediately. Just went forward. Team Geek Squad, gotta hand it to them. They did well.
Yeah, they did. And I feel like that kind of like shows something about Team Polypods. They probably panicked at the end. They're like, man, we are losing a 3v4. And then they started losing 3v4. Like once you get into that mindset, it's hard to take yourself out, saying like, man, we should not be losing. Let's rush them down. We have the numbers advantage, and then you stop seeing the whole map. You start focusing. So that might have played a role in why Team Geek Squad was able to just push so far. Team Polypods, a bit impatient, and maybe that could be exploited for the next round, which is Clam Scorch Gorge. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, you have that little middle pillar in Scorch Gorge, right? But it's not even about that anymore. I mean, I think both teams just have to try to strategize, find those clams early before the other team does. Once you ink it, you find the clams, grab it. But I feel like there's going to be this tug of war. That's my prediction. I think there's going to be this tug of war between both teams here. What do you think?
Yeah, similar to Scorch Rainmaker, you technically have two paths. You can go over the grates, right? A lot of people love that. They like grabbing a brush, brushing over the grates. It's really fast. You also have the ramp area, which again, I feel like that's the more safe push. Most teams will be pushing that way, and probably trying to like stamp out the other team, get that choke point, and hold it. The clam spawns on this map are kind of interesting. They spawn on like They spawn like on the lower areas where you really don't want to go. You don't want to visit that area. It sucks being down there.
Right. The lower areas you're talking about, right? A lot of times, like that could be the point where the other team can see you that you just got those clams, and it could be, you could be a target. So it is one of those watch where you go kind of. I mean, like if you go there, make sure that you're good to go and grab the clam, and or, just
you don't want to.
You don't
want to be caught
seen.
unexpected.
No. Right.
Yeah. Lower areas definitely like takes you away from your main team, probably away from the push. Clam spawns are kind of awkward. Again, like I said, there's clams on the top of the block, not really so much so around the entire area, but because of that, I mean, it's a bit. It's hard. There is some knowledge I know about clam blitz. So there is on the snipe on Inkblock. You can't see it in that little picture right there. But on Inkblock snipe, you can get a spawn of clams. And what some people are trying to do is they try to sit on that spawn and like wait for clams to come to them because the clams will spawn in. Fun fact, you cannot stay in a clam spawn and wait for clams to spawn to you. You have to move out of the area.
Right.
The game considers that spot as occupied if a player's in it, so it won't ever spawn clams in that spot. So if you're trying to like do that cheese strat, you kind of have to jump off and then try again. This is another thing I noticed is Team GeekSquad kind of really good at being mobile.
Yes. I think that they're very good. I think I've seen a couple of the times where they get to kind of like when they know they're in peril, they definitely shift back and they hang back. They know that they can't do it on their own, and so well, we're gonna have to see how they do with Clan Blitz because a lot of this is like kind of like a lot of communication. Again, Clan Blitz is a lot of communication. We're back. Here we are. This is the third round, Swiss round 3B.
And I just want to say one thing. That's not Law, actually. He's lending out his Switch, I believe.
Yes.
All right, and we're getting started right here. So similar comps as before. I think we see Splatulous on Team GeekSquad now, and we see a Tri-Slosher on Team Polypods.
And we got the ink brush again, and you know well, it's unfortunate apparently. I think the ink brush was trying to maneuver to get more clams and reel them back. What's interesting, dude, is the fact that with this splatter scope right now is kind of gonna stay where he is and you know what?
I mean that's how it happens with the with the turtle. You get distracted and then you get picked off by the enemy backline. It happens. But it was a really good position from that charger, staying up on top and getting a pick right there.
You know, like, so this ink brush is just collecting as much clams. Looks like Team GeekSquad's got a good amount of clams, but then after the specialties by Team Polypods, well.
And wipeout for Team Polypod. That Tri-Slosher put in a lot of work. I don't know if you saw that, but basically Team GeekSquad was trying to push in from the right side of that little balloon right there. And Tri-Slosher was on that little plat, and he was just sloshing all over them.
Unfortunately, the Tri-Slosher inked it, so apparently we're going to have some maneuvering going on with the ink brush, trying to collect as much as possible while the other team is inking turf, trying to see where they are. I think they're building up in space. Oh, and 2 down for Polypods. And this is advantageous. Can they make another? They make a clam in time, and yes, they did. They break the barrier. Team GeekSquad gets 20+ points.
And they're popping off their special. They can keep this push going for a while now.
This is the pressure that Team GeekSquad is bringing to Polypods, and takes Chippers down as well.
You know, I was a bit questionable, but I was like, where was he going? And he was going straight for the enemy end zap. Is that it? Yeah, enemy end zap. That was that.
As he said before, they are mobile. They have 41 as of the timer of the points remaining to get the full points, and they're just taking them one at a time. That's the thing, when they're coming back as a group, it can be difficult to wait, especially when all the clams are out there.
Yeah, and I don't know if you just saw that, but the Splatulous actually threw away clams off the map. So for those of you that don't know, you don't want to like die with clams on you, but then you drop those clams. If you're trying to protect against a push, or if you're trying to prevent a push, you don't want clams anywhere near your basket. So really good knowledge, I guess. Knowledge check by the nice
snipe chipper there.
Ooh,
and
gets flanked.
You know, I haven't mentioned this kind of special, but the wave breaker is actually really useful too. Kind of targeting. Oh, and
he's
the stamp is chasing the stamp down.
And guys, another thing that kind of aids this GeekSquad's technique is the fact that most of them have on. They can see basically Polypods wherever they are at this point. And Polypods, they have a football, so they can maybe make a push, but they have to they have 2 footballs actually, correct?
Right.
They can make a really good push here, but they have to be careful. The Charger is lurking right there. Maybe I feel like Charger's out of position. He might die soon. Not really. He been living for a long while.
Right. So I was mentioning the wave breaker. It reconned and spotted them. That's the only thing that the other team has to be careful of. That recon from the wave breaker, spotting them, and it's such a good way to just find where they're going and to strategize. And then there's a splat bomb and another.
Somehow they
Oh,
break
wow.
the basket. I guess the brush came in from the grates and tossed one in, but their team dying to a unfortunate bomb. And again, wow, I feel like Team GeekSquad has discussed this, and someone has told them about this strat of just throwing times off the map, especially when they're in the lead. Oh, but
There's a jump coming, double jumps. Looks like they're trying to keep the pressure, push him, but
good kill on the Ink Crush.
oh,
And
wow. 3 down for Team GeekSquad. Ink Strike comes out. Could this be possibly Polypods' advantage to score? And they scored.
they
Breaking the barrier.
scored, but a
Will
little
it be
bit.
enough?
They have only 3
Five
clams on the
clams.
end zap.
6 clams that they're holding on to. Oh, and they put it in. Are they going to pass Team GeekSquad? 5 seconds.
They just need 2 more clams. If the,
We are
good
in overtime.
defense by Team GeekSquad,
Yep, Team GeekSquad
putting 1 on the board.
had a great defense there.
And kind of like what we said, Team GeekSquad, they showed that they were really good when it comes to being mobile
Right.
back in the Rainmaker mode. And they kind of like showed it here as well. They were really mobile, and like Team Polypods just couldn't get all of Team GeekSquad down at once.
I was just amazed the fact that Team GeekSquad had that defense ready. You know, even if it looked like they were losing, they got it.
And yeah, it was really good stuff. That was the last round of Wave B, I believe.
Yeah. Both teams did absolutely great. It was a really great match. Seeing even the man down, I believe, in Team GeekSquad,
The
they
DC one.
showed that they can do it. If they had more time, maybe they would have passed a 25-23 pointer the second round. Unbelievable.
That would have been definitely a highlight of today if they made that push. I'm always going to be thinking back and regretting that one.
It's unforgettable now. I can't forget that play.
And that's what they're here to do, right? They're here to make memories.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah,
All right.
so
So we're gonna be taking a break.
I'm not going to be back for content. I'm going to
Yep.
step off.
Yes.
And next is top 8. So
Top
stick around
8.
for that.
Stick around, guys.
Do you want to promote yourself real quick?
All right. Well, if you ever wanna see me play a couple games like Splatoon 2, I'll be playing for the Splatfest. I play a lot of Pokemon Masters or Pokemon as well. I have a YouTube channel, Chicken Fit, on Twitch as well. And I appreciate this time to just commentate. Thank you for those who followed, who also came. Thanks again for BrookLAN, for Metro Inc., for the space to provide this time to just have a great commentary. And I wish all the top 8 the best of luck.
For me, I don't really have much to promote. Shout outs to Milana, Barry, Prime. They're the ones that keep me interested in Splat. And if you see me in chat, just say hi to me. And yeah, stick around. Top 8, you'll see the top seeds battle out in top 8. So definitely watch out for that.
All right. We're going to take our break here. Thanks, guys, so much. Top 8, good luck, have fun, and being incredible out there.
Yep.